All right, let's see it. Woot.
Other things to show you. Yeah, we have a touch screen here.
Wow, that was a major upgrade from that little guy to Goliath.
And then here's our rack unit that we wanted to put our computer in, but it's not in right now, but eventually. Okay, so this is going to be kind of loud, so I'm going to turn off my sound. I probably won't be able to hear anything else your guys are going to be asking. So this should take about 6 to 10 minutes. So if somebody else wants to talk about their robots in that time,
awesome.
Feel free.
Okay, cool. Let's see it cut. Woo!
Next, we'll have to get one of the guys to build one of those hexapod robots with the router nose. You've seen that video, right?
No.
No.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
No.
Oh, look.
It's like an infinite dimension CNC. Walk around, cut things. What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? That's a really good idea, though.
It is.
Oh, I'm looking for suggestions. God, that thing is fast. Oh, I cannot wait till mine's doing that. Pat, maybe you can help me. I've got to cut some U-shaped spacers out of acetate. It's the plastic like an overhead projector, because basically everything on this either has an oversized hole, so I can loosen up the bolt and physically wobble the thing within that oversized hole, or I can loosen the bolt and physically slide a shim behind it to shim it straight. And I'm going to cut those shims out of different thicknesses of acetate, which is just a very precise thickness of material. And every time I try to cut it, the air assist nozzle of the laser cutter blows the pieces all over the place, and then they get recut as they land in other places in the laser cutter. And for the life of me, I cannot figure out how to cut these things without them physically blowing around inside the machine. I mean, any thoughts?
Could you add a piece of adhesive paper that would, or would that not help?
I don't know. I tried to sandwich it between cardboard, but the cardboard stayed hot after the cut and melted the edges, and they got all crinkly. So now what's he doing here? Oh, he's just pulling a piece out.
I don't know. He keeps putting his fingers in there. I'm kind of worried.
He wants to find out how strong his fingers are.
Yeah, if anyone, it's funny. I was noticing.
Yeah, I'd like to see a finger count.
Corner of my eye, like, whoa, dude, are you putting your fingers in? I've had a couple tool finger related issues in my past. You don't want to do it.
I posted a link to that hexapod CNC machine in the chat window there.
Sweet.
Cool.
So, Justin, what have you been working on? Oh, wait, let me move. There we go. Can you hear us?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, he can't
Are
speak.
you talking to me? Yeah. So, hey, Aaron. I just wanted to stop by and show off the new i2SD, which is a little Arduino compatible that's got an SD card on it. It's got an I2C interface. It's compatible with the ChronoDot. So
sweet.
If you want to add SD to your project, this is a very simple way to do it without using any extra pins. So it'll plug in and replace any ChronoDot. So, or if you have an I2C bus, you can add an SD without using any additional pins. So it's got a real-time clock on it.
Cool.
Battery backup, 18 mega 328, an IR interface because we're using this for a clock, an enclosed clock, so we need to talk to it. But yeah, we're hoping to get some of these in stock in a couple of months. But right now we just have 6 prototypes, and this is my first time I've made more than one of these little tiny boards, and I was so excited that all 6 of our prototypes worked. We sent out a bunch of they sent them out all over the world, but when I was putting it together, I was getting solder paste all over the place. I was sure nothing was going to work, but other than the fact that we labeled the FTDI interface backwards, everything checked out okay. So let's clear that.
Nice.
So you can keep up to date on that at wireloom.com if you're interested. But the real reason why I stopped by is I wanted to invite you to DC for let's see, what is it? It's the GEMS conference. I know you've been talking with Amy about it, but I was hoping to cajole you a little bit in person.
Yeah, that's definitely the way to go because I can't stand email. I looked at the dates and I'm not entirely sure because the first robotics starts on the 12th or something, and then obviously a few days of setup beforehand, hopefully. So yeah, I have to look at it more, but thanks for asking anyway.
And also, I hope you notice that if that time doesn't work, any time before school gets out would probably be great too. So.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll get back
Okay.
to you on that then.
All right. Well, awesome robot party. Don't let me monopolize it. Thanks for having me.
Okay, cool. Thanks for showing your board. All right, and the parts are just like being finished right now.
They are done right now.
Oh yeah, sweet.
It's a nice shirt he's wearing too. I want that shirt.
Stripey strip. Yeah, my print out.
Is he talking?
Can you hear me?
Okay. Oh, sort of.
You're a little gurgly, my friend.
A little.
I guess it's because I'm in the basement.
It sounds like you're underwater.
It's the gate kicking in. It's the. It sounds like your computer's trying to filter too much noise and making you our noise.
This is cool
Is
though.
that
So, I guess all the dirt goes between those pieces of wood, and then what happens? Like a fireplace, I guess.
well, our dust collector system is just this shop back over here.
Ooh, shop vac, cool. Whoa, oh my gosh, look at all the stuff. It's like it black snowed. If snow was black, that's what it would be like. Whoa.
But there we go. We're gonna be less than 10 minutes.
Wow.
We have robot parts.
This is amazing. You can make a robot in less than 10 minutes.
There's actually a really simple to build CNC machine on Instructables that would cut plastic like what he's cut there.
How long
Oh,
does
yes, I have something else to shoot.
That's one thing I've discovered is it seems like there's a $300 to $500 CNC machine, and then there's nothing until you jump to like $2,000. It like what you're talking about, the Instructable style CNC machine is like with drawer glides or with bearings and angle iron up on edge, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It seems like there's those for $200 or $300 that are like perfect for a Dremel tool. But once you get past that, you can't just go a little past that. You have to jump all the way because everything snowballs. I mean, once you You get bigger glides, need bigger motors, da 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 da.
Did you ever look at the Joe's CNC?
And,
I believe it was the Joe's CNC 2006 or something.
Yes, I've got it by name in my head, but I've looked at so many CNC machines, my wife and me can't put a picture next to the name.
It's fairly good sized and fairly good sized. I want to say 2 feet by 4 feet by maybe a foot in Z. The original one was built all out of wood. He kind of hand cut it to build it, and then used it to build the next one with
Right.
better accuracy and so on and so forth. He's finally stepped up to one that uses the 80-20, the slotted square
Yeah,
tube
the,
stock.
the extruded aluminum. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's I want to say
That's-
4 foot square by like maybe a foot in Z or so.
That aluminum extrusion, I don't know what it costs. My assumption is it's pretty expensive. But for someone who wants to do this without access to a welder, I would say it's worth its weight in gold, no matter the price, because it's just an erector set at that point. You know, it's all bolt together. It's aluminum, so you could cut it on a wood chop saw with just the proper blade. And I've seen a ton of do-it-yourself CNCs that use that T-track aluminum extrusion, and it looks like really excellent stuff to work with for sure.
There's even a 3D printer that's built with the really small. I want to say it's maker gear extrusion or something. It's like
Yeah,
half,
it's the
3/4 of
Spark
an
Fun
inch.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably 10 mil by 10 mil or 1 inch by 1 inch or whatever.
Right.
It wouldn't be 10. That'd be a centimeter by a centimeter, but 2 centimeters by 2 centimeters, whatever the
Right.
numbers are. This big.
Yeah. This big.
That big.
Now, where's Mogul when you need him? He can tell us what two centimeters looks like.
Hey, I gotta tell you, there's another one too. Do you guys?
Nice.
That's funny. Do you guys remember Smart Parts Kid on Let's Make Robots?
No.
He was another CNC guy. What else did he do? He hasn't been around for a while. Trying to think of his other robot. I don't know. It's just a side note. He did a CNC. It was like a senior project or something, and I ended up finally finding him on YouTube because he had commented on mine, and I ended up going through some of his videos. And just another example of how the internet works. I wish I had known this kid. You just know people through little posts here and there. And I started going through his videos, and he turns out to be one of the most amazing guitar players in the world. I mean, he's just incredible. And
Cool.
and the CNC stuff was just awesome. It's just so poorly labeled that you'd never find it if you were looking for it. It's kind of a shame.
Is he the one that spent like $700 building the CNC machine for high school or senior project or something?
And that sounds about right. Yeah, he did his out of it was all aluminum bar stock, but incredibly thick. Like he was using like 3/4 inch solid aluminum that must have been 6 inches wide, and he just used these gigantic flat plates of aluminum and built off of that. It was thick enough that he was able to drill and tap the edge of the aluminum to screw his pieces together. He must have got it cheap somewhere. I don't know, but it was a pretty good design. It was an interesting design.